Hey y'all, today I'm out here, Orlando, Florida, soaking up some sun or lack thereof. Today I want to talk to you about moving out of your comfort zone. Woo woo! That's a tough topic, controversial, but it's a conversation that needs to be had because if we're always comfortable, that means we're not growing. Because if you think about when we're comfortable, what do? We follow a routine that we're familiar with so that we can be comfortable with it. Because anything outside of that routine, say for instance, a flat tire, the car won't start, got a various reason of why something might cause discomfort. Most of us, we run from discomfort, but when in fact we should embrace discomfort. Because when we're uncomfortable, that means we're outside of our comfort zone and what we are familiar with. So when we're out of our comfort zone, that means we have to learn because we're dealing with something that we're not familiar with. Make sense? See, when we become aware or learn about these things, it's no longer outside of our comfort zone. It's something that we know and something that we can correlate into a perspective that we can use. We're always looking for a way to find ourselves comfortable. We don't want to be happy. We'd rather be comfortable than happy, if you think about it. Because we find comfort, then we find happiness. So if you're not comfortable, you're not happy. So that's why it's so important that we are aware of where we are most comfortable. When we're most comfortable, that's when we're vulnerable to trouble and problems. When we're comfortable. Say for instance, the guard dog. He's relaxed, he's asleep, taking a break. He's comfortable. Now imagine the same guard dog on alert. He's alert, he's attentive. That means he's outside of his comfort zone. When his comfort zone is to relax, just like us. We're always looking for a way to relax and be comfortable. Nobody's looking to get out of their comfort zone unless they're looking to become something that they are not right now. Just think about the people in their comfort zone. You know, when you put them out, you expose them into a different area. Now you see what they're really made of. Because now they're out of their comfort zone. Now they're confronted with the unfamiliar. And when we're unfamiliar, that causes uncertainty. And when we're out of our comfort zone, that causes uncertainty. So I'm here to talk to you about how you can stretch yourself and grow your comfort zone. And the only way you can grow your comfort zone is by stepping outside of it. Say, for instance, you're good in math. That's your comfort zone. Now you're stepping into reading and writing, which causes you to what? To become creative. You have to think now in new ways that you didn't think of before because you're outside of your comfort zone. So now you have to create and realize what it is that you're faced with. You have to expand, you have to grow, and you have to inculcate new information because you're outside of your comfort zone. See, what people don't understand is that your comfort zone, it causes you to grow. It causes you to learn. And it causes you to experience things that you haven't experienced before. But most of us are comfortable with the way we are. We rather not try anything because we're comfortable. And when we're comfortable, doing things outside of that will cause discomfort, and nobody wants to be uncomfortable. Wherever you go, home, school, class, whatever you go, people are always trying to find a way to be comfortable, because that's the way we're wired, to be comfortable. Now let's think about our ancestors, how they came across the deserts looking for food, shelter, and water, because they wanted to be comfortable. They wanted to survive. But being in an undeveloped society, they would have to stretch their comfort zone. They would have to get out and go walk many miles where they've never been before just to find a meal. That's an extreme version of, going outside of your comfort zone, but sometimes extreme measures are needed, just like for our ancestors. We need to step out of our comfort zone so that we can begin to experience life. When you're in your comfort zone, you shield yourself off from all other opportunities. If it's not easy for you, it's not simple for you, or it's going to cause discomfort for you. That's when we begin to reject it, because we know if we do this, it's going to be uncomfortable. Now let's think about someone who is overweight. Now ask them to go exercise. They would find reasons why not to exercise because guess what? They are uncomfortable with exercising. However, if you constantly motivate and encourage this person to work out, to move outside of their comfort zone, yes, they will begin to acclimate to this new arena outside of themselves. When you do things that you're unfamiliar with, you're moving outside of yourself, because you're consciously afraid that I may fail, it may not work, people may talk about me, people may laugh at me. Those are the three or four main things that stop us from being great, or stop us from pursuing the dreams that we want to, because we're afraid. We don't know what's out there. Just imagine a black room, pitch black. You would rather stand still than move anywhere forward, because you're uncomfortable. You're uncertain about, if I do take this step, I don't know what's going to happen. So guess what? I'm not going to take it. I'm going to stay in my comfort zone. I'm not going to take that risk because it's not beneficial, or it's too much for me. So when things are too much for you, that means those things are outside of your comfort zone. Let's think about that. Things are too much. Let's think of the person who's overweight, working out, going to the gym. That is too much for them, because that is outside of their comfort zone. It's outside of the vision or the visual they have of themselves. Now, I don't see myself working out. That's outside of their comfort zone. That's going to make them uncomfortable. So, the fact is, in order to grow and be productive in his life, we must operate outside of our comfort zone at least 9 out of 10 times. How do you operate out of your comfort zone? Take educated risks. Take educated risks. I ain't just say take risks. I take educated risks. Because when you take risks, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're stepping outside of what you know. Okay, I know this and I know this, but when you step out and learn something new, you're outside of your comfort zone. You've just expanded yourself. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, you expand yourself. You become a different version of yourself by stepping out of your comfort zone, because when you're outside of your comfort zone, you're learning. That's when I say when you're outside of your comfort zone, you're learning. And when you're learning, you're growing. And so one of the things that you're now that you were unfamiliar with are now a part of your psyche. They're now a part of you because you've expanded yourself. And when you expand yourself to new areas that you were afraid to, you gain confidence. Confidence is another building block to building success. So if you want to be comfortable, I mean really comfortable, I'm talking about living in your nice house. Let's think about football stars. They're comfortable. To be honest with you, they're comfortable living in a nice house. They nice cars, nice lifestyle. But before they got to that lifestyle, they had to be uncomfortable. They had to work out more than everybody else. They had to train harder than everybody else. And they had to learn more than anybody else. So at one point, yes, they did have to overcome their comfort zone by stepping outside of themselves. If you don't think you can work out or you're strong enough, you're still within your comfort zone. But the moment you start to do something that is good for your health, that's when you have expanded yourself. That's when you have stepped outside of your comfort zone and you begin to learn and you begin to grow. And when you grow, you begin to have new experiences that are in alignment with that growth. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening.